My new Harley Davidson Pan America first ride. Let's get into it. Alright, what's going on YouTube? FXDLS Brooklyn is back in the building. Coming at you live from the home base when I'm up here in the mountains. None other than O'Toole's Harley Davidson up in the Catskill Mountains, my favorite Harley Davidson dealership. And what's going on today is, if you saw my reveal video, then we are doing the first ride on my new 2022 Enthusiast Edition Pan America. So yeah, where do we even begin with this thing? Super excited to throw a leg over this and start a new journey, you know, taking a little detour from the typical content that I do, which is the Dyna FXR and Lowrider ST content, to start something new and see what we get into. Let's get that start up for y'all. There you go, there's your startup. Well, let's get this thing moving. I'll see you Friday, man.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Good to meet you. Hell to the yeah. That's what's up. So yeah, I'm really excited to throw a leg over this bike because you guys know that feeling when you first start riding. You know that magical first year of riding when you got the beginner's mindset. So literally anything, whether you're going down the block, going anywhere, any opportunity you could find to go riding, you do it. And when you hop on your motorcycle, it's a truly magical feeling, a truly novel feeling. And then close to 10 years get behind you. Not to say that the magic wears off. I think the magic of being a biker, if you're a true biker, never wears off. But things start to become routine. Things become familiar. And what once was this explosively exciting thing now is kind of becoming routine and like the thing that you've done before. If you're wondering how and why I found myself on this bike and what's going on, well, check out the reveal video where I talk a little bit about how we found ourselves on this bike and what's the plan going forward with this bike and what we're trying to do. This video is more or less, I guess I'd say it's a first impressions video where you are with me. This is the first time I'm throwing a leg over my brand new Pan America, and you know, as always, wanted to take y'all along for the ride. So what can I tell you off the bat about how I feel being on this brand new motorcycle? Well, first and foremost, if you can see from the startup, this color, right, this particular green of the Enthusiast collection is not a 2024 model. There's actually a 2022 model, which is part of the reason why we're on this bike. You know, we got a pretty insane deal on this because it was 2 model years old. As you can see, we are only at 50 miles. This is a baby of a motorcycle. This particular green, this particular paint scheme has always been one of my favorites. They did this on the Softail Slim S back in 2016. My buddy Andres Hurtado actually used to have that bike. And when they busted this paint scheme out on this Pan America, I remember saying to myself in 2022, if I was in the market for a Pan America, that would be the one. Well, anyway, we found ourselves in the right place at the right time. Got ourselves a very good deal on this brand new Pan America, and hence you see me now. First impressions, well, as it looks very different from the bikes you typically see me on, it actually does follow a similar formula, which is performance front and center. So what does that mean? Well, that means it's coming in with an insane amount of horsepower and torque stock. I like that. It's fast off the bat. I like that. It's coming in with amazing suspension, built not just to put in the miles on the street, but of course the more taxing off-road miles. And it stops on a dime, y'all. It's coming in with Brembo calipers stock, and y'all know I go through a lot of lengths to run that on all of my builds. You know, when it comes to dialing in a performance brake setup, I'm always going with Brembo calipers. Now, I say this is a first ride, but it's actually not. Back in the year of 2021, we one of us was actually my one of my family members, the Scorpion. He blew out his clutch out in Pennsylvania, so we were stranded out there dealing with that breakdown for the better part of a day. And I remember sitting at the good old Keystone Harley Davidson out there, bored out of my mind, and figured, you know what, let me test out some of the latest and greatest Harley Davidsons. And one of those was back when this bike was actually new, you know, when the Pan America had come out. So they had a Pan America there, so I remember throwing a leg over a Pan America for the first time out there in Pennsylvania. And it wasn't what I'm on right now. It wasn't a Pan America Special, it was the Standard, but I also remember that it left an impression on me. So that stands true to today. You know, the bike is exactly what I want it to be. For the thing that might intimidate a new rider is actually something that I really appreciate, which is how tall this bike sits. You know, the clearance of this bike. It's a tall bike, it has the clearance, and I'm actually more comfortable on a bike that I'm not flat-footing than I am on a bike that is lower to the ground. And again, that's just something that comes with experience. So definitely like the clearance that this bike offers, definitely like the suspension, definitely like the power that's coming straight out the box with this damn bike. Other things that are leaving an impression on me, or things that I am picking up right off the bat that I really like about this bike. Coming in with the handguards, which is nice. You know, we are in the early spring. It's in the low 50s right now, so my hands are getting literally no wind right now, so they clearly dialed those in. The windshield is actually doing a damn good job, you know, for a windshield that is not very invasive in my field of view. Like I said, I'm getting very little wind on my chest, so I'm happy about that. I'm not getting any helmet buffeting. Mind you, I'm also not going highway speeds. The seating position is an interesting one. It's like kind of upright. Yeah, I guess I'd call it upright, but at the same time, I'm leaned forward in a very aggressive position, so I don't dislike this. It's definitely different than how my Dyna or my FXRs sit. In terms of the foot controls, I'm really happy with where they are, actually. You guys know me, I pretty much run mid controls on all my bikes. So I'm very much a mid controls guy for sure. So I like that. Woo! Damn, this thing's got some torque. So yeah, I actually like the foot control situation. Braking, thing stops on a damn dime and picks up like none other. So it's all there, y'all. It's all there. And yeah, so let me pull over, you know, so I can stop and collect my thoughts about this bike for a little bit before I get on and do some highway action. Of course, I got my Mile Crusher hat. Do a 1K in one day. That's how you earn this one. Speaking of being a Mile Crusher, I love the fact that it comes stock with this back rack here. That is what's up, y'all. Really like that. Also, my last couple Harleys did not come stock with passenger pegs. Definitely like that this one does. This engine, let me tell you, feels like no other Harley Davidson engine I've ever run. This thing just churns up and picks up like a beast. This is the 1250 Rev Max. Hot damn, is that some power. Woo! Show you some of the lighting on this so you guys can see that. What the front of this bike is looking like, you know. Got your little enthusiast logo right here. That's cool to remind yourself that you're a boss. So yeah, my first impressions about this bike is it is so different than any bike that I run, which makes this really exciting. So there's so much that I don't know about this bike, you know, in terms of the Harley Davidson, Dyna, and FXR sport touring world. Like, that's my comfort zone. That's the place where I do have a lot of experience. In terms of an adventure bike, I am very much a beginner, so I'm very excited to bring you some content through a true beginner's eyes and to kind of start a new journey. Now, this channel is not going to become an adventure bike channel. That's not what's going to happen. That's not what's going to happen. My primary content is going to remain the Dyna FXR ST content as always. However, along with weaving in some bagger content with my channel, I do plan to weave in some content with this new Harley Davidson Pan America special, and I hope y'all can enjoy us adding some diversity to what we do here on FXDLS Brooklyn. So yeah, It's a new journey for me. I am not a know-it-all. I am very far from a know-it-all when it comes to this bike. I hope you guys will enjoy following me on this new journey as we learn the ins and outs of this new amazing Harley Davidson. First impressions are, I'm very happy with this bike, and I'm looking forward to all the future miles that are going to come with this absolute beast. So that's it. As always, y'all, stay safe and stay low. Ride Dynas, ride FXRs, and ride Pan Americas. And on that, FXDLS Brooklyn is out.